doing?
Doing today? We have got some new news on the Battleship Texas. Expected news, but new news, good news. We have already got Art from Artco Drone Solutions and Tom, the Harley Man, with us. So I am going to go ahead and bring them in. Good to see Chris in the chat. Northside Hawk, all the way from Australia. We're going to pop Dominic. Yeah, what did I say?
You said Chris.
I said what?
Chris.
Oh, no. I was talking about Chris Anderson. Maybe I said them too close together. And here we are. We got Tom. Yeah, I stay confused though, Art. So anytime I need correction.
And I brought Bucky with me.
Yeah, and there's our buddy Bucky.
Hello there. How's everybody doing?
Back to my house.
All right. I'm going to go now. See ya.
Art is in, for those of you here in Texas, Chris, I know you come to Texas a lot, but for those of you here in Texas, Bucky's is a huge convenience store chain, if that's what you want to call it. It's more like
it's more like
combination.
Gas station.
It's more like a gas station, convenience store, Walmart kind of thing.
Yeah, kind of like Love's truck stop.
Yeah. It's a combination. It's a fun place to go. They just built one in Colorado near Art.
Yep.
Is that the first one out of the state of Texas, or do you know, Art?
No,
there's one in Tennessee also.
One in where?
Tennessee.
Tennessee. Let's see. There's Georgia, Alabama, and South Carolina, and 2 in Florida right now.
Well, okay. Well, they've spread out more than I thought they have.
Yep.
So what is everybody drinking? I'm drinking root beer in, of all things, a water bottle. Why am I drinking root beer in a water bottle? You might ask. I asked that question myself, too. I don't really know, other than it fits in the fridge better. Tom is probably drinking his peach tea.
Yeah, I've got peach tea tonight.
Yeah, and Art is...
I got
into
nothing.
Adult beverages, I'm sure.
No, because I got to work tomorrow, and I've been going to bed pretty early, so I could clock in at 4 a.m.
Okay. Wow, that is early, man.
Yeah, but then I get out early. I got out at 1:30 today. Got 9 hours in.
Wow.
So I start at 5, but usually I stay till 2:30 or 3:30.
Right.
But I get up at 3 in the morning, take care of the dogs before I leave the house.
Hey, Michael Shelby. He is a member of the channel. Has been for, I don't know how long that is, probably 3 months now. And he's drinking water. Best thing for you.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I just can't stand the taste of it, which is, doesn't really have a taste, I don't reckon. But
no.
I got to have some sugar with my liquids. So, Chris Anderson, appreciate you coming by. Northside Hawk, Brina Blossom. Brina Blossom, where are you at?
She's drinking Irish cider with her husband. Somewhere.
Okay.
Irish
cider. Yep, somewhere.
Hey, Keith, I got a little update on those drones. I should send you the pictures of.
Yeah. Oh, she's in Sugarland. She's maybe an hour, 45 minutes to an hour from me.
Okay.
I watched those things today. They're using them to wash the windows in these buildings.
Oh.
They hook it to a like a pressure washer that ionizes the water. That way it don't leave spots. And they mix Windex in it and they shoot the windows and it dries clear.
Wow, wonderful. Well, I just got a new toy.
Oh, what'd you get?
Kiara. I got the Avada 2. Won't show
did
up.
You?
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
There it is.
Mm-hmm.
You've already got the one, don't you?
Yes, I do.
And what's the difference between the 1 and the 2? What's the upgrade on the 2?
Oh, the camera's better. It's got the way the port where the SD card on the side instead of, right here where the blades are
Yeah.
on the other one. And the camera's better. The battery too. So the battery just pops right out instead of on the other one has a plug. You got to unplug it and then kind of,
That's kind of a
really,
pain. That's kind of a
yeah.
pain manually plugging them in and out. So do you get any more flight time with it?
Yes, you do. You get a little bit more flight time out of it. It's a little more sleeker, and the motors go the other way because the old ones they had the pusher
Yeah.
props,
Yeah.
and now this has conventional props on it.
I wonder why they made that change.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a little bit wider, so I think it'll be a little more stable with some wind out there.
Yeah.
So
Have you flown it yet?
no, I haven't. The weather's been crappy around here. We just had snow, rain on Saturday, and yesterday it's just been windy, and it was windy again today. So hopefully tomorrow's supposed to be a really nice day. So hopefully tomorrow after work I could get a flight in.
Yeah, we've had a lot of rain here the past couple days, and tomorrow's supposed to be nice. So tomorrow I'm going to go, hopefully, going to go down to the ship and get some more video of it.
good.
Kiara is here. She's still at work, but she's here working
Oh,
late tonight. Does she work, Kiara? I think she sells kayak. What do you do, Kiara? Do you work with kayaks, right?
okay.
Very large cup of coffee.
Oh, okay.
14 hours yesterday.
Oh boy.
Raking in that overtime.
Yeah.
Hopefully they don't tell you to work 6 hours one day to make up for it, like a lot of jobs do.
Right.
So the news we've got, or what's going on the battleship right now, is 2 weeks ago I flew the drone over it, and they had not done anything to the deck yet. Last week I flew over it, and they have stripped off a lot of the deck wood from the bow back to about midships. And that was a week ago, so I'm sure they're further back now.
Right.
They have discovered that the steel underneath is not nearly as bad a shape as they expected it to be. So that's a plus because that's going to save some money.
Yeah.
Kiara cleans houses during the day.
Oh, okay.
And business at night.
Cool.
Hey, my wife used to do that with her mother.
Okay.
But anyway, they have got a couple pictures on their Facebook page of the work that they've done so far.
Right.
Let me see if I've got some here. I believe I do. All right, that's the antenna, or the radar mast, I should say. They took that off. They're sandblasting it, getting ready to paint it. These are obviously pictures off of the Facebook page, as you can see by the little Battleship Texas Foundation emblem there. Kiara and Kylie are not with us. Not Kiara and Kylie. Kiara is with us. Kylie is not with us. And Garnet is not with us. Garnet is working on a radar out in, I believe he said, Corpus Christi today. So he won't be with us. He's doing his radar thing. Let's see what else we got here from their Facebook page. Okay, this is some of the deck wood that's been torn up. A lot of sawdust there. Gun mount, several gun mounts there. But I'm not sure how they're tearing it up, how they're taking it up. I don't know if
They've
they're
probably
doing it.
got an electric or a gas powered
Yeah,
chipper.
they're not doing it manually. That's for sure. That stuff is too hard, too thick, too much of it. Yeah, this is pine wood though. The only place they used teak was around the gun mounts. I don't know about originally. Originally, I think Yeah, I think it was too originally, but when it was in dry dock in '88, at that time it had that stupid concrete deck on it that they tore off and replaced with pine. But they did leave teak in the gun installation areas because of its denseness. But everywhere else they replaced with pine, which is what they're going to do this time. From what I've heard, teak is if you can get it, it's ridiculously expensive. Yeah. So that's another shot of the deck. Once the shavings have been cleaned up off of it, the steel looks, from what you can see from this picture anyway, the steel looks in perfectly fine shape, which is great. That's from the bow of the ship. And it goes back to about midships, it looks like, which is where they were a week ago when I was there, but it could go farther. You can't really tell from this picture. Now, I put this on here just because I learned what these were just a few days ago. Every time I've been on the ship, I take pictures of those things, and I wonder what they are, and I've never asked anybody what they are. But what they are is very interesting. Do you know what those are, Tom or Art? Art's pretty sharp on battleships and Navy. He may know. They used to, still do. Here's a modern one right here that you can see, sailors standing right above it. And they carry flotation devices in them. In case the ship ever sinks, the flotation devices will float up for men to grab onto. And is that ingenious or what? It's at battle stations, pretty much, I think everybody has life jackets on them. But you never know when you might get torpedoed or whatever, and not have access to that stuff. So if the ship goes down, these things float up, and you've got something to. Michael Shelby says it's a spud locker. Yeah, Kiera, thank you. I appreciate that. I am going to try to get that same footage once a week so I can make a progression type of video once they've put everything back on. So anyway, those baskets there really intrigued me all this time. And now that I have found out what they are, I'm pretty intrigued as to the ingeniousness of having something like that done. I know that some of the old photographs you can see of the turrets that had life rafts on top, and I know those would float up in the event that the ship went down. But I never knew about individual man-sized life flotation devices.
Right.
So simple. Yeah, you're right, Michael. Simple.
Mm-hmm.
Also, on top of what's going on with the deck wood coming off, they have said that the 5-inch guns are the remaining. There's two, I think, of the 5-inch guns have been reinstalled, and the remaining 5-inch guns are ready to go back. I think they're going to wait until they replace the deck wood in the area where they go, and then put those in. But I could be wrong on that, because my understanding from the beginning of this thing is that the entire deck would be back on before any of the deck guns went back on. But some of the 5-inch guns have already gone. 2 of the 5-inch guns have already gone back on. So my understanding on that was incorrect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think the mounts on the 5-inch guns, when they're inside, I think they're big enough. They can just cut around them. I know the aircraft guns, the smaller ones, they're going to sit on top of that wood decking.
Yeah.
If you look at the aerial photos, you can see the inside where the gun used to be. That's probably going to have the decking underneath it first.
Okay.
Yeah. I had a short video here of the comparison of the 2 decks. Let me see if I can get that back up here. So, Art, are you? I'm assuming you're out of trouble over my gun comment on your show that night.
Oh yeah, no problem with.
Yeah, that really amazes me because there's, I mean, all he was doing was showing a gun, and there's people on.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
really crazy. It's crazy
yeah.
what these anti-free speech people on all these different websites.
Well, part of it has to do with there have been some people that have been doing some illegal things on live stream with guns,
No
and
kidding.
that's why they're cutting down. Like somebody robbing a store or just having
Yeah,
a
yeah, I
a,
know what
a
you're talking about.
gang
Yeah,
shootout on the street, and they're recording it, and it's like, oh crap, you know, yeah, and people committing suicide on live streams. That's
yep. I've heard about that too,
Yep.
I,
people will do some crazy things on live streams, just like
Yep.
those people that go in grocery stores and open up drinks and drink them and then seal them up and put them back on the shelf. You seen any of those videos?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, they'll just walk down a drink aisle and open up random drinks and take a drink from it and put the cap back on it, put it back on the shelf.
Oh boy.
I know several of them have been arrested, which is what they
Yeah.
deserve.
I like Michael's comment. Makes sense.
Yeah. Well, this was I mean, it shoots, but it's more of a decorative type weapon.
Yeah, it's a
with all the
wall mount weapon. It's a 22
yeah,
at that. It's a
yeah,
wall mount display kind of thing. He had it mounted
right,
with some trophy heads that he had mounted on the wall. It was a nice
right.
display,
Mhm.
and they apparently had no issue with it being on the wall. But when he got it close to
Right,
the camera, they had an issue with it.
right. Hmm.
Makes no sense. Kiera, yes, the 5-inch diameter means that the barrel or the shell that goes in, well, both the barrel and the shell that goes into the gun are 5 inches in diameter.
Right. Mhm.
Just put orange duct tape on the tip of the barrel.
Yeah.
That Zoom is so scary. What Zoom, man? What Zoom you talking
Well,
about?
Keith, I got a split. Thanks
Okay,
for
Art.
having me on,
Yeah,
and
thanks for coming by.
have
Filling
a
in
great.
filling in for a little bit
All right.
with my
And you
two
go to
regulars gone.
Philippines and
Thank
send us.
y'all. Come again.
Will do.
See you, Art.
Good night.
We were talking before
Yeah,
you
go
came.
ahead.
He's fixing to take vacation in the Philippines with his girlfriend. They don't
Yeah,
have
he's
do a lot
planning
of
on moving there.
That might not be a bad idea.
Yeah, the way things are going around here. Oh, when they zoomed in on 22. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Michael. So I've got that video pulled up here. I'm going to of the ship before any of the wood was pulled, and after some of the wood was pulled. It's actually from my last video I posted, so Kiera has seen that. But I'm not going to play the whole video. I'm just going to fast forward it to the section that shows the wooded areas and non-wooded areas.
Okay.
All right, so here we are. I started out the back of the ship. This is headed forward, and this is where no wood has yet been removed. So this was taken about 2 weeks ago. And I am wrong. That's where it has been removed. I prepped real good, didn't I? Hopefully this is where the wood is still intact. And of course it's not. There we go. There's intact wood. All right. So that's the front of the ship before the work was done. And you've already seen the front of the ship after the work has been done right here. But like I say, that only goes back to the midship fire control tower. Mind if I join the chat? Alexa, shut up. Mind if I join the chat? I have. Let's see. Let me kill this. So anyway, that didn't work out as smoothly as I was hoping for, but you get the general idea. Michael Shelby said, mind if I join the chat? I have tech email link. Are you talking about coming on the show, Mike? Because I can send you a link if you want to come on. Or Michael. I don't know if you go by Mike or not. I assume not, since you have Michael up there.
Did you send him a link? Or two?
I sure am. I already has sent me a link. So that probably went to my email. Let me find that. And we'll get this going here. Who else is with us tonight? Everybody pop in. Let us know. Who is here? Michael Shelby. Did you send it to a Jeep, a drone, and an old man.com?
He says he already has it.
Oh, yeah. If you got the link, man, click on it. You'll pop in on my little window here, and I'll just add you in. There you are right there. Yeah, we can hear you. You got no camera?
No, not yet. It's still packed
that's
up.
Cool. That's cool. Yeah, we can hear you and we can see your voice. Well, I guess you know that because you can see it too. So what's up, man?
Oh, nothing. Just been busy. I've finally maybe closing on a house here soon. That's why I've been MIA.
Ah, okay. Where's the house at?
It's a little town called Lake in the Hills in Illinois, northwest of Chicago.
I'm reading through Kiera's comment. Oh, look, we got styling and profiling. I missed him dropping in here. Woo, I can't miss that too many times.
Styling and profiling.
Need.
Yeah. The Maces, Kiera, the amount of materials used on these ships.
Yeah, there's also a cement ship down in Galveston.
Yeah. I didn't know there was one out there in Santa Cruz, but we've got one in Galveston that I don't know a lot about its history. I know it's the SS something because it was a steamship. Who knows the name of that ship down there in Galveston? Anyway, it was built early 1900s and was damaged. They took it down somewhere south to in Texas to a shipyard to try to repair it. But because it was made of concrete and rebarb, things like that, and the hole was too large, they were unable to repair it. So for whatever reason, they drug it up back to Galveston and sank it in an area in Galveston where it's out of the way. Why they didn't sink it down there where they had it in dry dock or in dry dock, I don't know. But it's still there. Every time you go across the Bolivar Ferry, you pass it. Well, actually, now from the Bolivar Ferry, you can see the Battleship Texas. You can see that concrete ship. You can see Seawolf Park, which is the destroyer escort USS Stewart, and the submarine Kabbalah. So we've got a lot of we got three floating ships and one sunk ship right now down here. Ours is the SS. Man, I know the name of that ship, and I've always wanted to fly my drone out to it and have not done so. Alexa,
How far off is that
what is
ship?
the name of the concrete ship in Galveston, Texas? I know the name. I should know it.
I found a few options in Galveston.
No, you dummy.
Also concrete company.
No, Alexa, stop. Alexa, what is the name of the sunken concrete ship in Galveston? All right, never mind, Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop. I don't know why I paid that for that thing. See if Kylie was here, she could find that for us real quick.
Yeah, I still want to get down to Chicago. They have the U-505, the German.
Yeah, the German submarine that was captured.
Mm-hmm. You'd think I would have been down there to seen it. I've seen the USS Alabama, but I haven't seen that yet.
Man, I would love to see that German submarine. I would love to go. I pretty much, well, I don't know what the Kabbalah looks like inside, in spite of the fact that I've been in there so many times. But I would love to go on a German submarine and compare the two. I'm trying to find out the name of that ship. I don't know why I'm trying to find out. That really doesn't matter. But Selma, the SS Selma. SS, like I said, because it was a steamship. Selma. Anyway, that's our concrete ship. Kiera is yours. Well, I don't know if you kayak in just rivers, or do you kayak in the ocean also? And if you do kayak in the ocean, is that too far away for you to kayak to? And is it still above water? Ours is probably 30% still above water. It's been there so long, a lot of it's just eroded away.
Yeah, because they've got it right in the middle of the shipping channel.
Yeah, it gets hit by waves every single day. It's one of the things you see when you leave on a cruise ship, Carnival Cruise Lines.
Well, it was probably put right there for a reason. Apparently, the water's not very deep right there, so
yeah,
ships from running aground.
Style and profile. Sorry, I was late. Man, you don't have to keep. This ain't no job, man. You don't have to keep time. Watching.
Here, I've been gone for about a month and a half, and he's worried about being on time.
I have not seen that Fat Electrician one yet, but I am going to see it. That guy is one of the most hilarious people that I've watched anyway on YouTube.
Which episode by Fat Electrician?
He said his latest one. It came on my news feed or my feed today, and I saw it, but I didn't even pay any attention to what the title was, so I don't even know what it's about.
I'm wondering what I'm gonna look it up now.
The Fat Electrician, and who else do I watch? Christopher, are you still there? Because you're not talking, and you're usually pretty talkative.
Oh, The Angels is what it's called.
The Angels.
11th Airborne, that's what Stalin's saying.
11th Airborne, yeah.
Yep, the 11th Airborne Division epic raid on, I can't see the rest of it, Los Baños.
I'm reading through Kiera's comment there. It is dangerous. I mean, I don't know that, but
anything with the ocean is going to be dangerous.
Yeah.
Because the currents and everything.
I know the ship, the Selma that's here, they highly discourage anybody from going on board of it or on board it because it's dangerous, but people do it all the time. Like I said, I still want to fly my drone out to it. It's about a mile offshore from the closest point that you can get to it, but I can reach that and spend maybe 5 minutes there and come back, no problem. Chris is eating dinner. That's why he's not talking. Chris Anderson TV. He started doing some shorts. He does some hilarious shorts. He uses filters. I think I talked about that last time because he had that Harley flathead frame, just a frame that he was using in one of his videos. Was that your frame, Chris, or somebody else? What are you drinking, Michael? Or did you already say it? I just missed it.
Oh, well, I had a Zivia creamy root beer earlier because I'm trying to cut back on the sugar, and now currently it's water.
Yay.
See how there's my excuse for doing it. Here's the way you fix that. You drink root beer from her water bottle. I know you couldn't see the label, but it says Pure Life Water. So you just it's a placebo.
No, I've gotten used to the Zivias. I don't mind them. After you get used to the Zivia plant sweetener, you just kind of get used to it.
Yeah. They're high dollar though, aren't they, compared to regular cane sugar?
Yeah, it is. Well, no, but when I look at what I would pay for the nice 4-pack of bottles of root beer,
Yeah.
it's about the same price.
It's not
I mean,
bad,
if I'm
yeah.
buying Barks, it's Barks's or Mugs or A&W. Those are definitely all cheaper, but
Yeah. Yeah, I this is A&W I'm drinking right now, and I really highly prefer craft root beer, which is not hard to find. It's just
so we have a chain up here called Culver's, which is kind of like a sit-down hamburger pot roast type of restaurant, and they make their own root beer.
uh-huh.
That's my number one favorite thing to get every time I go there. I think I get about 4 or 5 cups of that stuff.
Yeah, we've got a restaurant chain here called BJ's. Heck of a name, I know, but that's their name, BJ's, and they make their own root beer as well, and it's really good stuff.
Is that BJ's Draft House?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one not too far from me.
Good food too, but just like all restaurant food anymore, it's almost out of the realm of reasonable to go eat out.
Gosh, just a drink and a fries at Chick-fil-A today was almost $10.
Wow, I love Chick-fil-A too.
Yeah, I like their waffle fries. I was like, that's the only thing I want. I didn't even want the sandwich,
Man,
just the fries.
I'm with you on that. Those waffle fries, they hold ketchup real nicely. Woo, man, I love those things. Styling Profiling likes Dad's root beer. Culver's, I don't think I've had Culver's. Is that root beer?
No, Culver's is that's what I was talking about. The restaurant.
Oh, okay, yeah, the restaurant, yeah.
Yeah, it's a chain up here. I don't know. I know we have them in Illinois and Wisconsin. That's the most I know.
So where you at, Styling and Profiling? Can't
They have some around here too, in the Dallas area.
I can't remember where Styling's from. Oh, Kiera has the BJ's restaurant there too. Irish root beer. I haven't tried their Irish root beer. I think the one I haven't asked, but I think the one that's by us just has one kind of root beer. But I'm asking now though. When next time I go. And who thought up that name, man? I mean, maybe it's somebody's initials, but should have gone with his wife's initials or something. So, Tom, you got any Harley shows coming up or dog shows?
We're going to Pueblo, Colorado, May 25th for a dog show. I'll be leaving here the 24th early in the morning and driving up there, me and AJ. And we'll come back Sunday.
When you make those kind of trips, you take your pickup truck?
No, I got a little SUV.
Oh, okay.
But this one here, I'm transporting a couple of dogs for other people. So I'm renting a little minivan because I'll make enough off the transport to pay for my whole trip.
Oh, man, that's nice.
Hotel and everything. So
that's really nice.
I have to do it because AJ's expensive.
I bet he is. Typical little kid. He wants everything in sight, right?
Hey, I think I told you last time, I threw him in with the professional handlers in Hot Springs, Arkansas. and he held his own. He got a second and a third against professionals, so I'm really pleased with that.
Yeah, man. He's what, 12, 13?
He's 12. He'll be
12.
13 in November.
Yeah. So if he sticks at it, or y'all stick at it, of course you'll be old and wrinkly by then. But
Oh yeah,
another 20 years. I mean, he'll be top dog. Top dog. No pun intended.
all these people, that's how they make a living. You know, they make $600 or $700 a day
Yeah.
as professional handlers.
And they stud out their males, I would assume.
Oh yeah,
You were
so
gonna
that's
stud. You were gonna stud out Miho, weren't you?
yeah. Well, both he's up. He's up for stud now. I've got a couple of contracts signed on him. Jelly Roll will be up in about 2.5 months. We'll post him and open him up. And I've got some people that's already interested in him too. So
So
you just
Michael,
get money if you champion them out first.
yeah, yeah. How long you been doing the dog thing?
I did it in the 80s and 90s, and I quit. And I've been. This is my second year back doing it. I did it with pit bulls in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
I'm doing it with the bullies, and I'm in the process of trying to get AJ a Frenchie.
Yeah. Kiera likes the name Jelly Roll.
I had the breeder I got him from. Lady's daughter named him, and she goes, "Please don't change his name." I said, "No, I'm going to change it. As soon as I see him, I'll call him what he's going to be." And I looked at him when I got there, and Jelly Roll came out of my mouth. So that's
Yeah.
where it's.
That is an awesome dog name, Jelly Roll.
Sounds like
I
a fun
try,
couch potato.
Yeah, it does.
I try to pick something that I don't see anywhere to be different. I've got the name picked for my next dog already. It's just my daughter drives her crazy. I won't tell her.
How is she doing? She was having some medical issues not long ago.
She had kidney stones not too long ago. She's doing good now.
Yeah, good.
She spent about 3 days in the hospital with those.
I've had one kidney stone in my life, and oh boy, that was all I want. Just the one. It was small enough for me to pass it, and oh my goodness, don't want to do that no more.
They had to shoot the lasers on this one to destroy it for it, and it still took about a week to get the whole thing passed.
Yeah, man. For anybody interested in an update on my brother, there's really no change there. His wife still will not allow him to be disconnected and pass naturally. So they're still artificially keeping him alive, and there's no change to that. One of the issues that she's choosing to do that is because she's not going to have to pay for anything of it for it. The hospital has told her whatever bills there are, they will just write them off, which is disappointing to me because he's got more than enough money. He did very, very well in life, and his estate has more than enough money to pay for what's going on. But they won't go after his money. They're just going to write it off. And that's disappointing to me because they should go after his money for one thing, because that would encourage her to disconnect him before draining things out of her own pocket. But it's also agitating to me because how many thousands of people are in this country in his condition, costing, I don't know, $10,000, $15,000 a day to keep them alive when there's zero hope that they're going to recover, and the government's just writing all that off, and people aren't having to pay for it. If you can't pay for it, that's one thing. But my brother's estate can more than pay for it. Yet the government's just, or the hospital's just going to write it off. So that's agitating to me. We got Chris here. Let me bring him in here. Let me make a slot for you, man. Let me tighten me up a little bit. Michael, what kind of stuff, hobby-wise, do you do?
Oh gosh, just whatever intrigues me at the moment. Right now, it's kind of Raspberry Pis.
Raspberry
Yeah,
Pis?
the little Tinker computers.
I don't know what that is.
Well, to give you an idea, it's kind of it's just like a little computer about the size of your wallet that can do quite a few things. In fact, actually, it could control a drone. Like the drones you fly, they'd be the perfect computer to start to actually build one. Like it can control almost, yeah. It's just endless what you could do with it, and it's about the size of your wallet.
And what are they called? Raspberry?
Raspberry Pi, yeah.
Raspberry Pi. I'm gonna have to check that out.
In fact, actually, I'm building in the midst of like downloading software to build what we call a retro arcade, where I can play like Nintendo, Sega, like all the old video games and pinball games, Atari, stuff like that.
Yeah, the ones that started it all. The ones that were really fun because they were very simple to control.
The ones that we paid a quarter to play.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The modern game. I bought me a Xbox 360 with the intention of playing some games with some friends. And when I started playing, one of them was Red Dead Redemption. I don't know if any of y'all have played that.
That's a pretty good game.
Yeah, well, you got to have 27 fingers to control that thing, man.
That's the truth.
Yep. I could never even get man, I quit and I sold my Xbox for about half of what I paid for it. I was so agitated with the thing. If I lived in the country like Chris does, I would have taken it out and shot it.
Hey, I've thought about, like, my PlayStation's been acting up. I thought about it yesterday. I was sitting there playing Assassin's Creed. I was like, oh, I'm about to kill this thing.
So what do you do out there for hobbies, Chris, or fun when you're not painting houses?
Take care of a bunch of them.
Yeah, how many you got?
Let's see, I got 3 outdoor, 2 indoor. This is the indoor dog, but he pees on everything, so he stays inside or outside when he has to use the bathroom. This is the one I was talking about giving you.
Hell no, I don't want no more dogs, man. I'm down to 4. I was at 6. I'm down to 4. I'm waiting to get down to 1.
Oh, boy. That's all I wanted was one dog, and well, then she had puppies, and I got stuck with 2 of them.
Yeah, I'm not in any rush to get down to 1. I mean, losing them is very, very painful.
It is hard,
heartbreaking, especially when you're the one that's got to take them to the vet and have them put down. It's would be much more. Would be much easier to deal with if they just died during the night or something like that. But when you got to take them to the vet, your heart breaks for them. You don't really want to do it. You usually let it go longer than you should.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And when you finally go and do it, man, I've done 2 of them in the past 3 months, and one of them I'd had for 15 years, the other for about 13. I think she was 13. And man, I do not want to do that again.
I don't blame you.
I went through with the ferrets, like I was saying back in the beginning of the channel, back in November, and then another one in February.
You had to put them down?
Yeah, 2 of them, and I had 5. I started with 5. May 20th, I came home and I found 1 dead suddenly. That kind of broke my heart because I was actually Savannah's, and that was actually on our graduation day of all things from high school. So here I am, crying because it's like, how do I break the news to my stepdaughter that her parrot died? I think I cried more that day than she did. And then, Shadow, I realized it was time. He was having problems breathing and some other issues. And then on February 5th, ironically the same day as Toby Keith, and wow. Not easy.
It's hard losing an animal. And one of the things to me that makes it so hard is, you lose a person, people understand what's going on, and maybe animals understand too. But when you take them to the vet and put them down, they don't understand what's going on.
It's funny because the personalities of one of my ferrets has completely changed. The one female that I have left, she was always kind of like the lone one. She'd always go run off and do her own thing. And then now that's just her and the other ferret, she's a lot more affectionate now. It's just crazy, just like even how her attitude has changed towards me. I think they do know.
Yeah. We've got a little 3.5-pound Yorkie that is now 8 or 9, but she's done the same thing because the last one we had to put to sleep was a little 6-pound Yorkie poo, and we got them within 6 months of each other when they were babies, so they grew up together. But this one that we still have surviving, she obviously is or was not anymore, I don't think, but she was depressed and mopey and sad, and man, it's a rough thing to go through. I don't envy anybody having to put down an animal.
I think the saddest part for me is when I get down to one, because I'll be the lonely one.
Yeah, I'm waiting to get down to one actually, so I can go rescue another one.
I got one you can rescue.
Yeah, no, you can keep yours, man. I want something littler than that. Are there?
Well, that's why we want to buy a house so we can get a second dog.
Yeah,
because dogs are better in pairs.
They are. They help keep each other calm down a little bit.
They really do. Yeah.
I don't know about that whole keeping them calm down thing. I got 2 around front there. Woo, boy.
They're
hell in a hand grenade.
Have a single husky with separation anxiety.
Oh, huskies! I had a husky
I've got
years
one.
ago.
That's Mama Dog.
I love huskies. Mike, does yours have the blue eyes?
Oh yeah, beautiful blue eyes. Oh yes, she does.
Yeah, I love it. Loves the cold weather too.
Oh, you can't get them inside on the cold weather.
Yeah.
No, they'll chill on the porch.
So, Chris, show me that frame again.
Which one? Oh, the frame. Yeah, my fiance's girlfriend gave that to me. Hold on, I'm trying to.
What are you gonna do with it?
Yeah, I was about to say, there you go, Tom.
I'm debating. I'm either going to build it back the way it's supposed to be,
man,
or I'm going to do some modifications to it and turn it into a trike.
What other parts do you have for it? Anything?
Just a frame.
Well, you're about $10,000 away, buddy, if not more.
Hey, if I can get enough people on YouTube to off the videos I make of it, to be like, hey, I want to send you a part for that, I'll be good.
I know a guy that did that. Well, I don't know a guy. I followed a guy on YouTube that did that with a Jeep. Now, he didn't do it that way, but he got so many followers that he was able to pay for the parts he needed with the money he made on YouTube. Which YouTube is not, I mean, unless you get into a lot, and I mean a lot of subscribers.
I mean, it's a chore. You got to daily, or you're not getting nowhere.
I make $20 to $50 a month on YouTube, and that doesn't even pay for the expense I spend going down and doing videos. That I would dedicate the time. I don't care about the time because I enjoy doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But
it doesn't even pay for your internet.
No, it doesn't. You're right. But I do it because I enjoy doing it. I've got, and YouTube, a lot of people think, oh, I need a bunch of subscribers. You don't. You need watchers. Subscribers don't matter. Watchers matter. Watchers is where the money comes from. You can have one subscriber, and you got to have a minimum of 1,000. Yeah, but you can have 1,001 subscribers and make about $10 a month. But you can, if you're lucky enough to bust out a video that gets 12 million views, well, then that thing's going to be worth $4,000 or $5,000.
Hey, I'm aiming for that. I made a video the other day of my refrigerator. I said, "Tell me if you're broke tell me you're broke without telling me you're broke."
I saw that one.
I opened it up. It's got over 8,000 views, and I'm like, and the comments are stupid as shit.
Yeah. Do you get any haters? I get some haters.
Oh man, they're always like, quit the meth or stupid shit, and I'm like,
I'll tell you, most of my haters, I think, are connected to the Battleship Texas Foundation because they're always telling me how stupid I am, how much I don't know. Why am I telling people wrong things? I wonder if anything out there. I don't claim to be an expert on the Battleship Texas. And back in my early videos, I always made it a point to say that I'm not an expert. I don't claim to know everything. I don't claim to know anything. As a matter of fact, I put out a couple videos that said I'm just a guy wanting to learn this stuff. I'm walking around this battleship with my buddies, which would be the YouTube people, just
Yeah.
walking around the battleship, looking at it, learning stuff, wondering what things are.
And I think that's how I stumbled on your channel.
You think so?
Wondering well, I knew what a battleship was, but hey, I wasn't looking at pictures and videos of battleships.
Yeah. Let me read Kiera here. Kiera is voting for the trike, Chris. She's voting for the trike.
Voting for the trike. Well, see, I've got an old D100 bed up there. It's got it's the ass end of the D100. I've got the rear everything, gearbox and all that. And I was like, it'd be awful wide, but it would work.
You can take it down the middle, narrow it.
Yeah.
Say that again, Tom.
Cut it right down the middle and narrow it.
Yeah.
Figure out how much you want to narrow it. Find the center, go each way, however many inches that is, cut it and weld it back together.
Yeah. I was thinking about, maybe a Ford 9-inch rear end, just because, they use it in a drag racing car and it narrows it way down.
All of those are done per whatever they build the chassis to. And a 9-inch, you can find them, but they're expensive.
Oh, I know.
Actually, if you look at a Ford Explorer on the newer ones, you might actually be able to find a shorter axle because they use the 4-wheel independent and they still use the 9-inch rear end, I think.
Yeah.
Well, we got a pull part, so I might get lucky.
Yeah, take a look at one of those rear ends. It might, because you're talking about the whole overall axle length, right, or the width of the axle.
Yeah.
Take a look.
I don't want it to be like a truck going down the side or going down the road with one tire in the front.
Yeah, I'd probably take a look at the Ford Explorer, like Sport Tracks and the Ford Explorers, because you were talking about that 9-inch axle. When you get to that 4-wheel independent suspension, I think they have a little bit shorter axle on those.
Yeah.
Hey, Styling, I missed that comment, but I appreciate that, buddy. Are you still here with us, Styling? Styling and profiling. Kiera, I appreciate you going back and looking at my old videos too. I've got one video that they nailed me on. They nailed me on it when the ship was still at San Jacinto. And I know you've seen this one, Kiera, because I know you watch all my videos, and Tom, I know, has seen it. But I've got an old one when it was still at San Jacinto. As a matter of fact, it's probably one of my first 10 or so that I did. I'm styling and profiling. I just said I appreciate that comment you made. I didn't know if you were still here or not. But in that one video that they really nailed me on, they peppered me on it. There were some off of the ship over on the shore, on the port side of the ship. There were 2 large, round diamond plate platforms of some type. They were about 18 inches to 24 inches tall, diamond plate, had old screws in them, about 3/4 inch diameter flathead screws, not Allen or not sunken or anything. They were something that would have been used in the day of the Battleship Texas, because they were round head, flat blade screws. But when I walked up to them, and they had a hole in the center of them, about 8 to 10 inches in diameter. When I walked up to them, I saw them there. I had no idea what they are, so I started surmising were they gun mounts, and the ammunition came up through the center hole, which I absolutely knew they were not. But I was saying that to try to generate some comments, which I did. They were aluminum. They were not metal. They were aluminum. So they were still in really good shape, although the bolts that holding them together were in terrible shape because they were steel.
Oh, yeah.
But I guessed that whether they were gun mounts and ammunition came up through the center, like I said, but I knew that wasn't the case. I guessed whether they were mounts for searchlights. I guessed at several things. So anyway, when I posted the video, none of them claim to be with the except for one that really nailed me hard. As a matter of fact, he talked to me so rude I had to block him from my channel. And if I said the name, you'd know him, or at least Tom would. So anyway, these guys were nailing me hard. So I tried to explain to them that, I don't have any idea what they are. I'm just throwing ideas out there to the rest of my buddies that are watching this channel. We're going to talk about them. And my idea behind that was getting a lot of comments, because YouTube watches comments too. The more comments you get, the more YouTube will spread your channel. So they were insulting me pretty hard, and I was answering them back, and I was getting a lot of comments on that video because of them. And I made the mistake, because they got to me. Battleship Texas Foundation, if you're watching.
They probably are.
Yeah, they probably are. Which they should be. Never can tell when I might say something. Or Tom's got a pretty rough mouth himself. But
Yeah, I've gotten good at that. I just I read it and then I'm like, no, don't say nothing. Because the minute you say something, they're gonna hit you with the band hammer.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing: if you keep your comments civil, somebody's in my driveway. If you keep it civil and let the other guy go crazy if they're going to, which I did, you can keep the comments coming in. And so at one point, a woman said something to me very insulting, and I told her, I said, I know you guys are spamming me. I know you Battleship Texas Foundation guys are spamming me, and I really appreciate it, because the more comments this video gets, negative or positive, the better the video does. And at that time, you could also see the down. You can see the up and the down thumbs.
Yeah.
You can't see the down count anymore. But anyway, at that time you could see it, and I had way more downs than I did up. And I told her, I responded to her and told her I appreciated them spamming me, because that was going to help the video get spread. And she said, well, YouTube doesn't really work that way. And I responded to her and told her, well, YouTube really does work that way. And I sent her a link to YouTube's page describing that. And after that, bam, video died, man. Stop getting comments, stop getting views, stop getting everything. So I should have kept my mouth shut. I should have just kept arguing with them.
What's that old saying? Even bad attention is still attention.
That's right. Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, even dogs do a bad attention to get attention. I mean, I had a Rottweiler one time that would, if you didn't pat it, it would get right between you and the TV and lift up that leg. It just wanted the attention. It didn't care.
Yeah.
And see, I'm unfiltered. I didn't come with a filter.
No, Tom gets pretty rough on their Facebook page.
Me and Travis went round and around line, but when me and him talked on the phone for about an hour, we got everything worked out. We had a good conversation. We got a lot resolved, except for us getting to go when they moved the ship. That's the only thing he would not give on. Yeah. But we had a good conversation all together.
Yeah, they I had this going through my head the other day, because this is the way they act. I had this video idea, starting of a video idea of me walking up to myself. I'd be playing two characters, me as a visitor and me as a security guard. I'd walk up to myself, security guard guy, and behind the security guard, I'd buy a poster board and put on there USS Texas, top secret, no admittance. And security guard guy would be standing in front of it. Then I'd walk up to him and say, hey, I just want to take a quick look. I mean, the war's been over for a long time, man. No, it's top secret. You can't look. I just want to take a quick look, man. Japanese are no longer looking for this. The Germans are no longer looking for it. Nobody's looking for it. Let me just take a look. No.
Who said that?
Look. Yeah. So I don't know. I had that running through my head the other day, and I don't know what the wording would be yet. But I think I'm eventually going to make something like that when the timing is right, because that's how they act. I mean, Ryan at the New Jersey, this guy tells you what they're going to do before they do it. They hold parties. They say, "Come out and watch us move it."
Mm-hmm.
They I mean, Ryan puts out regular videos updating everybody on what's going on. And I swear the Battleship Texas Foundation still thinks it's World War II and the ship is top secret.
I
They
mean,
did they released
Ryan even invites Drac from England over to watch it.
Yes, he does.
I mean, he gets people overseas to come and watch it.
Yeah. And I wish Ryan was in charge of the Battleship Texas. Well, I know he's not in charge of the New Jersey either, but whoever is in charge of the New Jersey, he works underneath, and they're doing a bang up job, man. I just wish we had some like that, somebody or some organization like that in charge of the Texas.
Yeah.
And Ryan even comes down here. He does videos on the Texas, even when it was in dry dock, and then he promotes his own ship on top
Yeah,
of that.
yeah,
They've
yeah,
never done anything like that. And only thing he's doing, he's drawing attention to that ship. He's drawing dollars to that ship.
Yep.
Everything he does, and they just can't wake up and say, "Hey, we're not going to do something that somebody else is doing," even though it's probably working. And
Lack of a
the
better
video,
way of putting it, he became a good poster child for the Battleship New Jersey.
yeah,
that he did, that he did.
they're ahead of schedule on their dry dock right now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Of course, she didn't have the major need that the Texas did.
No, she had some minor issues,
Yeah,
but fixed real easy. But they have a little steel repair, not a whole lot from what the videos that I've been watching. Didn't have
I
nothing.
like that one I found out the other day where they added the extra bearings in the propeller shafts.
Yeah, that didn't make much sense to me. But hey,
yeah, didn't to me either.
Hey, she's the only one that has the extra bearings.
Yeah,
she's sitting in
Silent.
regular. She's not sitting in salt water, so
No, she's not.
that's that's big
Styling and
difference.
profiling wants to know if we think they'll change once the ship reopens. I don't.
Oh,
I don't really think they'll change. I think they'll be less involved because at that point it becomes a more of a tourist thing instead of something being worked on. So I think they'll be less out front. So I'm really hoping. I mean, the move, the dry docking, nothing they've done so far has really been put out in front of the public to try to get people to come down, donate money, whatever. So
Uh, But
I'm
you're wrong.
huh?
If you're a family member, you get to know all these things.
Well, yeah, I forgot about that. If you're a family member, yeah,
Know anything?
yeah,
Apparently, all the family members got a lot of money.
yeah.
they're probably gonna try and make it a private club.
So I really hope that when they get close to reopening, there's huge fanfare. I hope they don't just open it and hope for the best, but if they do things the way they've been doing things, that's what they're going to do. You're right, Kiera.
Yep.
They don't. And there's so many people. There's so many people on YouTube and Rumble, probably. There's people everywhere that are more than willing to donate time and energy and their own money, actually, in promoting these things, but they do not share information uh, that would be needed to promote them for whatever reason. I don't get it. I don't know. What do I
Sarah
know?
contacted me when we was in that little battle with them between me and you and Kylie and Garnet, and said that if I felt this way, why don't I volunteer? I told them I would do anything they asked me to do. I said I don't live down there, but I would make it. I would go down there on a weekly basis to volunteer. I told them I'd promote the ship as long as I had full reins of it, and I never heard from them again.
Yeah, I've done the
As
same thing. I have emailed them twice before it left San Jacinto, offering to come down and promote the move for free. I don't want anything. I just need access to. I don't need access to the whole ship. Just give me some access, and I'll promote the whole thing. But oh no, don't.
Ice cream truck.
Ah,
I want
that's,
ice cream.
that's turkey in the straw.
Oh,
But no, crickets, man. Crickets. Never heard a word. Mr. Davis. I don't know who Mr. Davis was.
Travis.
Oh, that's Travis. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Travis. I met Travis on board ship. I've met Bruce Bamlett. From what I understand, he's gone now. I met him on ship. He's not a friendly guy. Travis, however, was a very friendly guy. He knew who I was. And even though he might have not liked me, I don't know. It didn't show. He was very friendly, cordial, talked to me. Bruce was everything opposite from that. What are you doing, Christopher, man? You're noisy.
Every day for Xenion. Xenion was
take 30.
Oh, you can't hear me. Oh, man, we're at an hour and 10 minutes. Okay, guys, I'm going to have to cut it short, or not. It's not short. It's long. But when I met Tom South, he was really nice when he did. Tom South. Tom South? Who's Tom South?
Tom
Is
Scott?
Tom Scott? Yeah, is that who you mean?
That's got to be who it is.
Tom Scott. I've never met Tom Scott. He does extremely detailed videos, which bore me. I know a lot of people love that stuff, but it drives me crazy. I try to watch them and I can't because they're too detailed for me. Because I'm not interested in the intricate workings of the ship. I'm interested in the ship as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the intricate workings of the ship are interesting, but I don't want to know where each wire goes and what each wire does and things like that, which he doesn't get that detailed, but it feels that way to me.
So his videos are best, right before bed.
Yeah.
No, and that's actually and actually I do like watching him because he actually does a relaxing voice. It's like, well, this wire leads right into the chamber, and
yeah.
he does have a very relaxing voice. I really actually, and I do like actually watching it because it's like, it is kind of relaxing. It's not like he's screaming, shouting, and.
So it looks like Kiera Saturday volunteered at a cemetery, cleaning up and leveling veterans' headstones. That's pretty awesome. Sunday, I went out to our family cemetery, which is in Yoakum, Texas, tiny little town of 5,000 people. Been there.
Oh boy, that was a long drive to that place.
Yeah, it is. But we decorated everybody's headstone cemetery, the cemetery. We decorated the whole cemetery. But every veteran, we put a flag in the ground next to their headstones.
One time when I was in the Navy, I got in trouble underage drinking. My punishment was to put the flags up on the graves. And you know what? I look back, that wasn't much of a punishment. It's more of an honor.
Yeah, that's not a punishment.
I'll go out to underage drinking again.
Yeah.
Actually, I got off lucky.
Styling and profiling. He's an engineer kind of guy, so he's a techie geeky kind of guy. So he loves those videos, and I can see where people would love them. They're just not for me.
Yeah, I do. I watch computer videos and stuff like that with that Raspberry Pi that would probably put most people to sleep too.
Yeah, yeah. I'm that way with drone videos. I watch detailed drone videos because something I'm into. But
some of that early drone stuff started with Raspberry Pi.
Oh, did it really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in fact, actually, you could build a drone using a Raspberry Pi. Everything's right there. It's all open source, everything.
Yeah, styling and profiling. His videos on the turret. I've watched those. I can get through those. Those are now. See, that's that kind of stuff I'm interested in. I don't know how to really divide it up in my head. Mechanical things. I'm very interested in mechanical things.
Almost $300.
What?
You ever watch the ones on the USS Cod?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, they got a little small channel. He doesn't. He's definitely trying to go after Ryan. When you watch his videos, he's like, "Well, what do you got on that, Ryan?" If you ever get bored, just look up USS Cod on YouTube.
Yeah, I'll do that. I've
watched a couple of his videos, and you know what? He's got some good stuff for a submarine.
I saw where the USS Kidd is going into dry dock. That's a destroyer. As a matter of fact, it's a destroyer that, from what I understand, that was used in the making of the movie Greyhound.
Yep.
Which is an awesome movie. Man, that's an awesome movie.
Too bad I don't have Apple to watch it.
Have you seen it at all?
Mm-mm.
Oh, you haven't seen it at all? Oh man, you got to watch Greyhound somehow.
I'm gonna have to bug somebody with an Apple phone or something, an iPhone or something, with the Apple Play or whatever.
Yeah, man, that is an awesome movie. I bet I've watched it 5 or 6 times, and no telling how many YouTube video clips of it. Watch some YouTube video clips of it. After you do that, you'll definitely want to dig into watching the whole thing.
Yeah, I find
don't watch too many though; it'll ruin the movie.
Yeah, right. No, I still have to say I think I like that movie Midway though that they came out with a couple of years ago.
Midway's an awesome movie too. Ooh, man, I love those kind of movies.
Yeah, that was good.
But yeah, Midway was good. Pearl Harbor, which came out before Midway, was good. Not a fan of those 2 actors, but you know, who cares? It's like watching a movie.
That sounds like me when I get going on with Top Gun. I don't want Tom Cruise. I want Tom Cat.
Yeah.
Oh my God! I got to chime in on that Top Gun thing. So, fun fact: I met the other day the ex-wife of she was the widow of the pilot that Tom Cruise flipped off in the Russian MiG the other day. I did a job for her.
Really?
Yeah, her passed away husband was in the Air Force. He was actually captain and was flying that MiG that was for that. He was an instructor at Top Gun.
We got Kyle here with us too. Let me make room for you here, Kyle, somehow.
Oh, let him take
me down to nothing. I don't have no picture.
Huh?
I said you can shrink me down to nothing. I have no picture.
Let's shrink you down and make sure you take.
I'll see y'all later.
You out of here, Tom?
See y'all next week.
Okay.
Have a good night, Tom.
We'll see you, Tom.
Later, Tom.
Later.
Yeah, so interesting. I actually worked on the Tomcats for 4 years. I was a complete engine rebuild on the engines.
Oh, no kidding.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's what I did on the Truman. Same time when Kylie was on.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Kyle here was a submarine driver, pilot, not a captain. What's the official term, Kyle?
I was a chief petty officer, 21 years, 5 submarines.
What do they call them? Because you drove the thing. So what is there a particular? Is it a submarine driver, pilot?
Well, on your Virginias, you're called a pilot.
Pilot, okay.
Yeah. But if you're on any other class, you're the helmsman or lee helm or whatever. So y'all see me?
Yeah.
It's just showing
the top
a
half.
box.
There you go.
Yeah, I can see. We can see you.
All right. Yeah, I figured I'd jump on. I got done with the dishes. I figured I'd jump on for the last couple minutes, but
yeah.
So
yeah, we were talking about down to talking about movies, Greyhound, Top Gun, those kind of things.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure you've seen Greyhound, huh?
I've seen the 2/3 of it. Yeah, the 2/3 of it that matter. It's pretty good. I like it. It was a good movie.
It's a really good movie.
Yep.
It's really good. We got to talking about that because the USS Kidd, which was used in Greyhound, is going into dry dock.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, I hope they have a good time. But like Tom said, New Jersey's doing really good, so that's encouraging. So
yeah, Jersey is run by a good organization. It appears to me, anyway.
Yeah, Mr. Zemansky, he's a good dude. when they had the Historic Naval Ships Association conference out there in Pearl, when I was stationed out there, he let me come in and I got to meet Drac and the guy that runs the COD and a bunch of other people, and it was really cool. So he's
Yeah, I was just telling
a
Keith
great guy.
about the COD.
So, yep, he's a good guy.
So I'll never make it out to Pearl, but I've always wanted to go see the Arizona. So feed me some information on the Arizona to make me feel like I've seen it.
Well, they could do things a little bit differently, but because the wind's blowing too hard, they'll shut the boat down that goes out there. And if you have reservations, that's the only day you can get reservations. Then you're kind of if they shut it down. But that doesn't happen that often. But I've seen it happen, and it's kind of disappointing when you only have that day to go to the Arizona, and that's the day they shut it down or whatever. So that's the only thing that's kind of frustrating about Arizona. Otherwise, it's a great memorial, great park. They've got the whole park like around it that you can see from it. You're right there by Fort Allen. It's a great museum. So
if I recall correctly, they took the turrets off of it, didn't they, and reused them?
Yeah, well, they reused the barrels.
The barrels, okay.
They put some of them on oh gosh, I want to say the Pennsylvania got some because that was her class. Arizona and Pennsylvania were the same class. So I think the Arizona or the Pennsylvania got Arizona's barrels. So
I've heard I think I heard this on a YouTube video, but that an interesting thing about not the Arizona itself, but the visitor center for the Arizona and the visitor center in Hiroshima is that more Japanese go to the Arizona and more Americans go to the visitor center for Hiroshima.
I would believe that absolutely.
Yep.
So they have at the Arizona they have I think maybe two or three different languages up like for like directions and stuff.
Yeah.
On all the signs, yeah, they have. I mean, I wouldn't know what they were for the life of me, but obviously one of them's got to be Japanese, and it's probably Chinese Korean if I had to guess the other two. But I mean, yeah, I'm not accurate on that, but that's what I would guess.
So here's a quick, interesting story, and it happened many years ago. I did pest control service work for about 18 years. I quit doing it, I don't know, 10 or so years ago because I got too old and it got too hot. But while I was doing that, I met an Oriental lady, and she was a nurse, and she relayed a story to me about herself working as hard and as diligently as she could to help people because her father was a Japanese soldier that survived the war. And he said that he regretted being in a war with America, but that's the way the things were in their country at that time.
Yeah.
But that he never wanted to participate, that he did take some American lives. And he told he had passed away at that time, but he told her passing away that he was basically passing the torch on to her. It was up to her now to repay what he did in the war.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honor's a real big thing in their culture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and she took it very serious.
Oh yeah. So
Did we?
Yeah,
lose?
it's kind of
Michael.
Was it sombering? I think is the word.
Yeah, very sombering. Yeah, you're right. That is the word. Kyle's really moving around, man. He must be in a maze.
Packing at the house, and I'm trying to. Tonight's target is the master bedroom closet, so I've got a bunch of junk I'm moving around for now, getting it in a position that I can clear stuff out and be done with it. So I can actually walk into my master bedroom closet and not have to walk over things. So
yeah, we moved into this house 2.5 years ago, I guess, and it was amazing to me the number or the amount of things I just threw away when we moved.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing valuable really, just old I don't know, a stack of old computer boxes I held on to just for whatever reason. Crap like that.
It sounds like my storage I'm paying $70 a month for. It's got a kitchen table in there, some miscellaneous things from my apartment, and some computer parts that probably I don't even need anymore because my computer's in front of me. It's just old computer parts from old previous builds, and just probably should just get rid of the storage unit. Actually,
Let it
luckily
go.
here's
They'll
good because
auction
I
it
got the
off
house.
for hundreds of dollars.
What's that?
You let it go, they'll auction it off for hundreds of dollars.
Yeah, right. I should just let it go just to see how much somebody pays for my unit, right?
Okay, guys, I'm gonna have to call it. I got other stuff I got to go do, and I'm sure y'all.
Yeah, good to talk to you, Keith.
All right,
Yeah,
good seeing y'all, and hopefully I can make it next week.
Yeah, Michael, stop by again next week. I'll send everybody invite again. If you ever get tired of getting the invites, just let me know, and I'll stop sending them.
No, I'll just jump on when I can. I'll be busy with the house thing, so.
Yeah.
Yep, same here.
All right, guys.
All right, guys.
All right, y'all.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Thanks for coming by, everybody. We'll see y'all next week.
All right, good night.
And that's all I have to say about that.